Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Laraib Fatima Hassan with Breaking the Barriers with Laraib, and we are live from Radio Pakistan's only English language channel, Planet FM 87.6. And today we have with us a very special guest, Ms. Laraib Raana. She is a digital media expert and now also a trainer, and she is from House of Elaan. So welcome to the show, Laraib.
Thank you, Laraib. I'm very excited to be here.
Or I should say welcome back to the show, because Laraib is here for the second time, and the first time we had this conversation, I learned so much from her when it comes to digital marketing. So I'm sure today is also going to be a really good program.
I hope so too. I'm actually hoping that I could help people with these digital marketing skills, since you know it's like a very emerging niche in the market.
Absolutely.
So this is like my first and foremost concern, that whenever I talk about it, people get to learn something from it.
Absolutely. So Laraib, we already know what are your duties and responsibilities. So since our last program and today, what has changed? What's new? What are you doing these days?
So basically we are like expanding our digital platforms.
All right.
First of all, when we talk about digital marketing, a lot of people mistake it as social media marketing, right?
Yes.
So that is not what digital is all about. Because I remember telling people that I am a digital marketer, and everybody is like, so you just handle social media, right? And I'm not going to lie, that's very offensive. Because digital marketing is not all about social media. Yes, social media is a huge part of it, no doubt. But there are a lot of things that need to be covered when it comes to digital marketing, especially when you're working with Google and Google Ads. When you're creating your website, you need to be doing your SEO, you need to be optimizing your website in a way that Google ranks your website.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that actually helps your business a lot, because whenever you write a similar keyword to your business in Google, your website pops in the beginning. And because it's the first and foremost option from Google, that means that you know your business is a success, and a lot of people are following it. So it gets a lot of traffic, it generates a lot of revenue, and you know Google has a way of crawling your content. And if your content is of quality, then it ranks on Google, which is very important.
Okay, so for a novice like me who doesn't know much about digital media, so we can actually control how well Google is putting up our website on the on page 1 of the Google search option.
Yes, of course, you can handle it and you can control it. Because there are two ways to do it, right? The first one we call organic, and another one we call inorganic.
All right.
So organic is basically when you optimize your content or you optimize your strategy so good that you don't need to pay Google in order to like have it rank your website, right? But inorganic methods are purely paid.
Sponsored,
right? So you are working with Google and or in any social media platform, Google, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. So whenever you're paying for something to any platform to show your content, that is basically inorganic. You get inorganic growth, but you pay for it. So this is like a give and take offer. But when you're going for organic growth, that means your content is so powerful and it is so good quality that the platforms choose to show your content to people who are interested in that kind of industry.
And all of this comes under digital media.
Yes, all of this is under digital media.
All right. So Laraib, because you just mentioned about the content that we have on our website, so what do you think we should keep in mind when we are writing content for a website or for an ad? So what are the basics of that?
Okay, so basically when I talk about content, I've been a content writer. I initiated my career as a content writer. So I've been a content writer for some good 4 to 5 years, right? So I learned this, that your content needs to be very precise. Your content needs to be to the point. And you can't stuff in unnecessary keywords into your content. First of all, it's bad sportsmanship, number one. Number two, Google recognizes it like this. And they end up blocking your website, they end up, you know, blacklisting your content. And you need to be really careful what you're writing. First of all, your content needs to be very precise, very to the point. It should have a lot of good facts. something that people are looking for. You need to be very customer centric when you're writing your content. You can't just add fluff about your product,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Because that's not going to help anybody. I can tell people that my product is the one of the best in the world and this and that, but it's not going to help my customer until and unless he or she knows the specifications or the features of the product that they're looking for.
Absolutely.
So you need to be very truthful to yourself, to your product, to your business, and you need to write it down in a way that your customers are looking for.
Amazing. So again, like I've already mentioned, whenever I talk to Laraib, there are so many new things that I get to learn from her. And especially if you are starting your own business as a startup or as an entrepreneur. So I think these are some of the basics that you must cover.
Exactly. As an entrepreneur, as a startup, I know that things can get very overwhelming very quickly, and a lot of people I know, they've just given up because they can't find the right resources and can't find the proper trainings or the proper collateral to start up their business. But it doesn't have to be as hard as it is right now. You just need to know the surface knowledge of content writing. You need to have a surface knowledge of digital marketing, and you just need to know how to boost a post, how to run a campaign, and how to strengthen your presence on Google and on social media platforms. And that is basically good to go for a startup. You don't have to wait for years in order to grow your business or be successful,
and you don't have to invest.
You don't have to invest as much.
Amazing. So Laraib, you just mentioned about trainings and the need to even have at least surface knowledge of these things when you're working in these kind of niches. So when it comes to House of Elaan, are you guys offering these kind of services to up and coming digital media marketers or people who are interested in this kind of field?
That is actually a very good question, because yes, House of Elaan is taking very good initiatives in spreading their knowledge and helping out people. House of Elaan is basically a very new industry, but as far as new industries goes, they're very successful, and we are actually about to cover a huge milestone in our journey, because there is this expo, there's this upcoming expo in Park China Friendship Center.
All right.
And House of Elaan is basically a strategic advisory partner with Jung and Jung Media Group.
Amazing. Wow.
So basically we're holding this expo, and what House of Elaan is doing is they're providing trainings about different niches to everybody and anybody who wants to be involved. And the best thing about these trainings is that these trainings are free of cost.
All right. Amazing.
And yes, and everybody and anybody is welcome. All the students, people who are already professionals, seasoned professionals, novices, people who have just initiated their businesses. So these trainings are going to be covering from to top to bottom of every field that we're going to be discussing about.
So when this particular expo that is being organized, so you are offering trainings. So because of course digital media is important for every kind of field. And House of Elaan, if I'm not wrong, is dealing with real estate?
Yes, exactly.
So will your focus be on real estate marketing, or there's just the overall basics of everything?
We are going to be potentially focused on real estate marketing, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to cover the basics of digital marketing itself. Because a lot of people are interested in learning about digital media and not revolving around real estate, but about around other businesses and their startups as well. So it's not that we're only going to be focused on real estate, or we're only going to talk about construction or stuff like that. We're also going to be talking about digital marketing in different niches, and it's going to be elaborate enough to cover all people, including students, including people who have their own startups, or people who are already in the business. So digital marketing is going to be, it's like an extensive training for everybody and anybody who's present there.
Amazing. So what else can we expect from this expo besides trainings in digital media? Are you offering any other trainings as well?
Yes, of course, we are offering sales training.
Amazing.
And we have a very good sales professional in our company, House of Elaan, Mrs. Ishan, who's going to be giving out this training, and it's going to be covering the initials of sales to the end of how you can mature a sale and how you can generate revenue from your company.
Amazing.
Other than that, we're going to have IT development training as well. Mr. Ittisham Ali is going to be conducting that, and he is a very seasoned professional, very talented, mashallah, and he's going to be conducting this training. Other than that, we have our art director, Mr. Shamaraj Shabir. He's also going to be giving a training on design and creative.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, basically, so everything that you need to actually grow a business or, you know, make your business successful is going to be covered in these trainings. Each and every subject.
Wonderful. And all of them are absolutely free?
All of them are absolutely free. There is no charge. There is no lengthy processes of registration. You can just go on trainings.houseofelaan and you can like register from there. There's a QR code. You can scan it. You can register. There is no fees. There is no lengthy process of getting in line and you know, getting your name registered. Nothing. It's an easy process, and you know, there is no restriction for anybody who wants to take these trainings.
Well, I think that's a wonderful initiative, because I think as someone who was always interested in earning from digital media marketing, I never had that, you know, that patience to go online, watch YouTube videos. I'm very impatient in that case. I cannot watch long YouTube videos. So if there is a certain training program being offered where you just have to go, sit, listen, and come back, so I think that's wonderful.
That is amazing, because you know, I myself am not patient enough, and I used to be looking for courses online. I used to be looking for, you know, YouTube videos, and today I am one of those people who can help out other people in these niches.
Wonderful.
So that makes me proud of myself, because I know my journey. I know that I took all these YouTube courses and, you know, Coursera and Google Garage and whatnot, just so that I can be in a position where I am able to train other people who want to, you know, join a digital industry.
Yeah. So I think that's wonderful. And another thing, Laraib, because again, digital media is kind of a very funky kind of a field. It's very it's fun to use and everything. But when we talk about connecting it to real estate, if I talk about a novice person like me, who's not into real estate, who hasn't worked in House of Elaan, who doesn't know anything about real estate. So for me, sometimes I imagine that how difficult it might be for you and your team to make campaigns for real estate, because it's kind of a dry kind of a field.
It is.
So how do you manage that?
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. This is a very challenging aspect of digital marketing, when you have to, you know, promote something that is already a very dry and boring industry, right? But that real challenge is what the fun revolves around. Because you take on this challenge and you know that you're going to make it creative. You're going to do something different that the other real estate industries are not, right? So House of Elaan is basically, you know, what makes it different is it incorporates each and every field that you need to grow a business. We are not outsourcing anything in our company, be it the creative department, be it the IT and developing department, be it the digital department, be it the media department, be it you know, the law firms or financial guidance or anything, sales, marketing, everything is being done in House of Elaan. Excuse me.
So it's like a one window operation kind of a thing. You don't have to go anywhere else.
Exactly. And what's different about House of Elaan is that it's focusing on its youth. It's focusing on young people, and it's encouraging people who are not in the industry itself, but they want to learn. And House of Elaan has its gates open for every youngster, every person who wants to come and learn and you know, practically apply those, you know, like experimenting. So House of Elaan doesn't mind. People want to come and experiment with their skills, and I think that is the best initiative that House of Elaan is taking, because a lot of companies I know, they do not care for people who are not experienced.
Absolutely, that is the case. And again, you know, because people are interested in this particular field, but they don't have the experience for it. So when they go out in the job market to, you know, learn new things, they are not hired.
They're not.
So you guys do hire freshers who don't have any experience?
We do. We absolutely do. We do not see if a person does not have any experience, or even in the experience in, you know, the relative field or anything. We just see the person's potential. We ask them questions that will determine how much this person is capable, and we are not, you know, hesitant in hiring young generation or people with no experience in the niche, or people who are just trying to experiment with their skills. We do not mind that.
Okay, so again, something real estate, that if we're promoting a cooking business, we know we can take like really good pictures of food and we can make it tempting and attractive. When it comes to real estate and promoting that, making campaigns for that particular field, what are the basics that you have to keep in mind promoting that particular field?
Okay. So basically, when it comes to real estate is a very growing business in Pakistan. It's ever growing, and you know, you can never run less on competitors when it comes to that. So of course, having so much competition in the market, it's actually very difficult to cover peculiar aspects of real estate when it comes to marketing. But you have to be really focused on being honest on what you're selling to the customer. Like, we all know, and this is no hidden fact, that real estate is labeled to be fraudulent in Pakistan, right? There is a lot of fraud, there are a lot of lies, and there are a lot of scams in Pakistan revolving real estate. So how do you know, distinguish between transparent real estate industries and fraud real estate industries? And for that particular matter, we have an entire department of law advisory in our in House of Elaan, where there are people who are seasoned professionals, and they tell you about which documents you have to look for, which documents are important, which documents are not important, and what you are looking for when you're going through legal aspects of acquiring a real estate property. So what that does is that puts us in a position where we obviously are telling other people to look out for fraud. You know, this is how you can differentiate between people who are transparent, people who are being honest, and people who are just you know, gonna snatch your money and run away.
So I think this is also very unique about House of Elaan, that you guys are not only, you know, promoting your own business, but you're also helping other people to recognize the right practices when it comes to real estate.
And it's not just limited to real estate. Even if people who come up to us with their business consultation needs, we're also providing them financial consultation, we're also providing them legal consultation. So basically our consultation department is revolving around people who want to grow, and not only in real estate, but also in other businesses, or you know, securing their assets or investments. They want to make sure they're not investing in the wrong place. They want to make sure, you know, that they're not doing something wrong financially that's going to cost them later. We are here for you. House of Elaan is here for you.
Amazing, wonderful. And this is what I like about House of Elaan, that whenever I talk to any employee of the company, all of them, you know, have this bottom line that, you know, that we're there for you, and you know, we'll take care of you. And this, and another aspect, you know, promoting youth and how the youngsters can, you know, polish their skills, join this field. So Laraib, I'll come back to the trainings that you guys are offering. When it comes to digital media, of course, you can't learn everything in one training. So what are the basics that you want to cover in these trainings? Like, what do you want them to learn when they walk out of that room?
Okay, so basically what my motive is with these trainings is that, you know, if nothing at all, people at least should know that digital marketing is not as complex as one makes it to be. Digital marketing, of course, it has aspects that you don't want to dig in too deep for. But as you know, as talking about surface digital marketing, number one, like I said, that digital marketing doesn't always revolve around social media. But social media is a crucial aspect of digital marketing. It's one of the most trending aspects of our life, and everybody is on social media these days. Internet is like, you know, it's in the farthest corners of the world where you can't even imagine. So your business is like, if you're putting your business on social media and your social media is helping you in branding your product or you know, branding your company, that's one of the huge successes, because if you're on digital media, if you're on social media platforms, you're everywhere in the world. So my main focus will be on social media marketing, but I will also cover the aspects of other digital marketing, like SEO. If I'm talking about SEO, there's a lot of misconceptions about SEO.
Yes, I agree.
You know, and SEO is difficult, but it's not impossible to do. And if you know the right practices, and if you know the right sources on the internet, you can absolutely do SEO in under, like, you know, a day or two.
All right, so you don't have to hire another person for these services.
You don't absolutely have to hire another person for this. If you're good with content, you can absolutely do SEO. We have differences in the industry between content writers and SEO content writers, and it doesn't have to be like that. Everybody who is a content writer can also become an SEO content writer if you have the right ways and means.
Okay, so I'm really looking forward to this training, because the way Laraib is explaining it right now, I really want to ask more about it, but I don't want to, you know, mess up that training thing that she has in her mind, because I want people to go over there and listen to it. So Laraib, please tell us that what other trainings are you guys offering? What are the particulars of those, especially when we talk about graphic designing?
Okay, so basically, one of the trainers for graphic designing is Mr. Shamaraj Shabir. He's the art director in House of Elaan, and he is, might I say, very talented, and he has a lot of skill set. And you know, the biggest thing that he does is that he knows when he's working with designers, he knows that which designer lacks which skill.
All right,
and that quality in him, that he can pick and point the problems in people, and you know, he works on them.
Okay.
He's very talented, and he's one of the trainers for this expo. He's going to be talking about web designing and you know, designing for basically any social media platform. So he is going to talk about different softwares that are used in designing, and a lot of people I know personally are designers, but they don't know each and every use of every tool in those softwares.
Yes, because whenever you open that particular Photoshop or any other software or Illustrator, there are so many options on the left and right side of your screen.
Right. There are so many tools that you can use, and a lot of people don't know the uses of those tools. But Mr. Shamaraj Shabir is going to be talking about all of these tools and how to use them, how to utilize them, and how to, you know, optimize their skill set using those tools.
All right,
So he's also going to be talking about, you know, the elements or manual designing aspect, or you know, designing through elements, and how you can acquire those elements, about the you know, aesthetic sense of a designer, and how much it counts when you're, you know, making a career out of your designing skills. That is very important. A lot of people I know also don't have that particular aesthetic sense, but they do end up working it well out, because you know, when you're working with elements and you're working with different tools, you actually get the picture of the idea, you get the idea that, you know, this is how the picture is going to turn out, or this is how my design is going to turn out, and it actually turns out pretty well.
Okay, and again, this aesthetic sense that you were talking about, it's very important when it comes to designs, because anything which we come across on social media or a website, the colors, the designs, the font even, that is, I think that's very important. So when a student is coming to this particular training, you will be like introducing all of these important things that need to be done.
Exactly. We're going to be introducing from scratch, like people who are not yet into designing and people who are actually like already in the field. We're going to be covering so many aspects, like you said, that, you know, fonts are very important as well. So font is basically not a major part of designing, and still it holds so much importance that, you know, you can't go without using fonts in your design. So basically, especially when you're marketing for something and you're designing something for digital marketing, that's when fonts come in and in handy, and you know, they're very important. So in this particular training, we're going to be talking about fonts, about elements, about tools, about aesthetic sense, about pictures, about colors, about palettes. A lot of people who start their business don't think about their business palettes, which is very important. And you know, like House of Elaan is going towards a cherry red color, and you know, that is, it's a very you know, peculiar palette at first, and moving on, it's like, it's very advanced, because people do not think about their brand colors when they're starting up a business, and later on they you know, end up regretting it. Choosing your palette for your brand, for your business is very important when you're, you know, doing a startup.
And I like this about House of Elaan, that the red color stands out instantly, because there are so many other marketing companies, and I see lots of, you know, billboards everywhere, but when you see the billboard of House of Elaan, it stands out because it is bright red.
It is a bright red color.
So this was about graphic designing. Now another very important aspect of designing or marketing your business is web development, the website of your product. It's very important. And but what I am confused about is that for web development and web designing, you know, I feel it's very complicated. So how are you going to, you know, train people on that?
You know, web designing is very complicated. I'm not going to lie to you, and I'm not going to, you know, I'm going to second your thought. So basically, Mr. Ihtisham Ali is going to be conducting the web designing training, and you know, he himself is very talented, and I am a novice in web development. I have never studied languages. I have never studied, you know, studio codes or anything like that in web development. But Mr. Ihtisham was like, he was like a mentor to me as well.
Okay.
Even though he knew I was hopeless, but he still worked on me, and he actually got something done.
Okay.
So basically, what you need to know about web development is that languages are very important.
Okay.
Which languages are you learning? Which languages are you gonna grow your career in? If it's React, if it's
what is the easiest one to learn?
the easiest one to learn. Okay, I like I said, I don't have a lot of knowledge about it, but I think, or I've heard that Python is the easiest language that you can learn these days.
Okay. Okay.
And when you're going towards constructing your website for your brand, you can use HTML, like the basic backend stuff, HTML or JavaScript, and for designing purposes you can use CSS. So we're going to be covering these languages and how important they are in what different fields of your website, which phase your website is in, and which language is more important to optimize that specific phase of your website. And Mr. Intisham Ali is going to be talking about that, is going to be talking about basics, is going to be talking about different softwares that you can use, and stuff like that. So basically this is the whole agenda of our training in web development.
So we've covered the graphic designing, we've made our posters, then we've made our website with the web development one.
Right.
Now the picture is very pretty and we know our product and everything, but now there comes the sales. Now we have to sell that particular product, and because digital media marketing is a huge part of sales, so what are the main things that you guys want to target when it comes to the training for sales?
Okay, so let me clear out one misconception that is out there in the market, that everybody is fighting over marketing helps sales, and then there is another concept, sales help marketing.
Yes.
Both of these statements are untrue.
Okay.
Sales and marketing go hand in hand. If one of them is working properly, the other one is working properly.
Okay.
And if either is, non-functional, the other becomes non-functional as well.
Okay.
Although sales is very important because, it actually generates the revenue for your company.
Yes.
And that is how you grow your niche, and that is how you grow in your industry.
Absolutely.
And sales is very important, and sales is not something, it's not a skill that everybody possesses and everybody can do. You need a lot of convincing power.
Absolutely.
You need a lot of persuasion. You need a lot of patience, to be honest, because clients can be very hard to deal with.
Yeah.
So one of our people in House of Elaan, Mr. Zishan, he is going to be talking about, he's going to be conducting the sales training.
Okay.
And particularly talking about how sales is important, why you should not hog the client, and how to get the appropriate amount of attention from a client which will actually convert into sales. So this training is going to be about the tips and tricks and hacks about sales personnel in every company. And I think Mr. Zishan is very talented, and he's holding up an entire sales division in our company,
which is, I think, a very difficult job, because the most difficult job is to take out money from someone's pocket.
It's the most difficult job.
To convince them that yes, our services are good enough that you can, easily give us your money. So I think that's a very big responsibility and a very difficult one. I
know. It is. I absolutely second that. There are a lot of people who, say that sales is all about having a good communication skill or just being a good liar. But I don't actually believe that. I mean, yes, a lot of people in sales do lie and to sell out their product. But if there is no bond of trust between you and your customer, that you're not gonna be able to make a successful sale.
Absolutely.
Or have the testament of an honest customer review that is gonna gather you more clients as well.
Absolutely, I agree.
So yeah, basically, so that is what this training is gonna be about.
Okay, so we've learned how to design, we've learned how to make our website, we have, we know what skills are important to sell, we know how to digital media market that thing. So now, once if a person has taken these trainings or one or two of them, so where can you help them to understand that what are some of the platforms where they can go and showcase their skills? For example, if there's a person, he or she knows how to use design, they are very good designers, but how are they supposed to get clients? How are they supposed to market their skill?
Right. So that is a very important question, because I know a lot of people have the skill, a lot of people have the potential, but they don't know which appropriate platforms to go to when they're looking for clients, or when they're looking for work. I personally have a very good experience with LinkedIn.
Okay, okay.
If you're optimizing your LinkedIn profile in the right way, you're staying active, you're marketing your progress, you're and you know, marketing your progress is also like keeping a track of your own progress, right?
Yes,
so whenever
absolutely.
you open your own LinkedIn profile, you see, I've done this, I've done this, I've completed this, I've completed this. Alongside with the sense of accomplishment, you know how many milestones you've covered, how much growth you've had in yourself in the past years, and how much capable you are, and how much potential you have to grow even further.
Absolutely.
And that success or that growth is not only limited to yourself, other people are also watching.
Absolutely.
People are also looking at your progress, people are looking at your growth, and people are actually you know, waiting to see if, you know, this person is gonna have more potential or more growth, so they reach out to you.
All right, okay.
They reach out to you. There are other platforms as well, but I think that LinkedIn is the best one of all.
And I think it's very easy to use as well.
It is.
Because I remember that when I was, you know, talking to another person, he was a freelancer, and he was explaining me to use, you know, Guru, the freelancing website, and other similar kind of, but as compared to those websites, when I tried using LinkedIn, it was like, you know, it was a good starting point for someone who's just, you know, starting to maintain their profile.
So the difference between LinkedIn and other platforms, other freelancing platforms, is that when you're going for freelancing, like Fiverr, like Guru, like Upwork, you're only focused on freelance projects that do not promise consistency.
Okay, yes.
So like you get a project, you get done with it, let's say within 2 months, 3 months, and other than after that, you're hustling again to look for another freelance project.
Yes, yes,
but
absolutely.
with LinkedIn, you get the option. It's freelance, remote work, on-site work, full-time jobs, part-time jobs. So you have a whole category to yourself that you're going to be exploring.
Absolutely.
So even if you're doing a full-time job, even if it's remote or an on-site or off-site, you always have the opportunity to look and expand your network, and you can also, you know, hog in some freelance projects whilst doing your full-time job as well.
Yes, so you always have a soft cushion to fall back on.
Exactly.
Absolutely beautiful. So Laraib, coming back to the expo again, so if there is a person who is not interested in trainings, for instance, so what other things is House of Elaan offering in this particular expo?
Okay. So basically, House of Elaan is like I said, that we have different departments, right? And we have a like huge network of industries. And we're covering up every niche. So we have this consultation department, which provides legal and financial consultation.
All right.
In this particular expo, in the Dream Home Expo, House of Elaan is going to be exhibiting a legal consultation conference as well.
Okay.
Our whole law team is going to be there, and they are going to be there just for you. They're going to be there to provide you legal consultation, financial consultation, and if anybody is going through a financial problem or a legal aspect with their business or with real estate or anything that is bothering them legally. You can come to the expo. You can be a part of that conference. You can go to that exhibit of House of Elaan, and you can ask for legal consultation.
Amazing, wonderful. So again, it's like if you're going to that expo, not only you are, you know, learning something new, but you can also clear other confusions that are in other departments. Amazing. So Laraib, again, when we talk about trainings, what is like the outcome of all of this? Are you guys offering a certification or something like that?
Exactly. You've asked me a very nice question. These trainings are certified.
All right, all right.
So all of the participants who are going to be in these trainings are going to get a certificate, not only of the entire training, you know, but you're going to get certificates of individual trainings as well. For example, if somebody has taken a training of digital marketing and not of the design, they will get a certificate of digital marketing.
Amazing.
And
Win-win.
yeah, exactly. So you have a record of your skill. of your knowledge. It's in a hard copy
Yeah,
form,
absolutely.
and you can go somewhere and present that I did a certification in
Yes, and
digital
it
marketing.
really matters in this particular job market, because again there are so many people who are graphic designers, there are so many people who are digital media marketers. So what is setting your profile apart from all of them is these small certifications that you have.
Exactly, because people everywhere ask for proof.
Yeah.
If I go in a particular place and I say I'm a digital marketing expert, nobody is gonna just sit down and say, okay, we believe you. They're gonna ask me for proof.
Absolutely.
And like proof is basically certificate or a certification or like a physical presence of something that proves that you have this knowledge, you possess this knowledge, you've taken the training, and you are potentially ready to put this skill in use.
And you've actually invested in this particular skill that you have. Because if
Exactly.
someone is getting a certification, if they're sitting in that training and absorbing everything, so it's like investing in that particular skill.
Exactly. So basically this expo is happening in Park China Friendship Center, and these trainings are going to be like 1 hour long training and then a 1 hour break.
So a single person can attend all of them easily?
All of them easily.
Okay, amazing.
They don't have to sit in for hours and wondering, I need to go and eat something, I need a break, anything. We're going to be giving plenty of breaks, we're going to be giving plenty of knowledge as well. So nobody has to, feel stuck in those trainings as well. And 3 days, three different niches, 3 different trainings, and different experiences.
Okay, and if you can also kindly repeat the areas in which you are training these individuals.
So basically we are training these people in sales, in digital marketing, web development, and creative designing.
Amazing. So again, like if you attend all of these trainings, you can easily have lots of ideas for your startup or to sell your product.
Exactly. Basically, we're covering every aspect of businesses who are going to be startups or who need a push or like a push of knowledge to start their own business. We're going to be covering all the aspects in these trainings.
Okay, so Laraib, last question. Your last message for people who want to attend this training, like what should they expect? Should they study something before coming to that training? Should they have some background knowledge about it? Or particularly, what kind of people should come to attend this training? Like, what are you guys looking for in a target audience?
Okay, so since this is all about helping people, House of Elaan has always been about helping people. So this is not something that we are gonna pick and point our requirements that this is our audience should be like this or our audience should be like that. We encourage students. We encourage people who are doing entrepreneurships or doing startups in their businesses, or people who are already seasoned professionals and are looking for further growth in their business. We encourage all of them to attend these trainings, because like I said, we're going to be covering from scratch, everything from scratch. So people who do not have even the slightest of knowledge about these trainings, about these niches, are going to learn a lot. They're going to learn a lot, and people who are already seasoned professionals in these respective fields are also going to learn something new.
Amazing.
So this is not going to be an opportunity in vain for anybody and everybody who's going to attend these trainings, and we encourage everybody to attend, because this is going to be like a huge incentive for your investment, of time.
Absolutely, and I think people who don't know about things, they can at least come and check it out. Maybe it sparks an interest in them, and especially when it comes to these days when we are constantly looking for side jobs, for a side hustle, for something to earn more. So I think this is kind of the simplest way to get inside the job market, learning these skills. So Laraib, again, a pleasure to have you at my program.
Likewise, Laraib.
I always enjoy talking to you. I always learn something new, and I think these trainings are an excellent initiative. And you are one of the trainers, right?
Right, I am one of the trainers.
Wonderful. So, and I know that it's going to be really nice, and all the best to you and the entire team of House of Elaan. And you guys have always taken unique initiatives when it comes to working and in the business, especially for the people of Pakistan and the youngsters. So we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.